Well, here's the first vlog from the first day prior to going on the road. I'm in the ETAP Hotel in Bradford City, West, where George Galloway was recently elected MP for the area, Member of Parliament for West Bradford about 3 weeks ago, and I spent 4 days on the campaign trail and about 8 hours outside one of the polling stations as a tallyman. I'm very pleased and very proud of playing a small part in getting George elected. From that, VV Palestina contacted me last week to say that they are short of drivers for their Viva Palestina 6 return of the refugees convoy to Gaza and Palestine. The idea is that they're going to drive through Europe, Turkey, Syria, God forbid, into Jordan, into Egypt and into Gaza on May the 15th, which is the anniversary of the Nakba, which refers to the great catastrophe that befell Palestine in 1948, when Israeli terrorists basically put guns to the heads of 750,000 ethnic Palestinian indigenous population and put them on boats and forced them into Jordan, Lebanon, Syria, Egypt, and now there are over 6.8 million Palestinian refugees throughout the Middle East, Europe, and indeed countries as diverse as Argentina and Latin America.
Convoy 2009 with George Galloway and everybody else, all the brothers from all over the world. And this trip that's going now, I wish them success and I wish them a safe journey. And I hope they do well and safe and return safe home to their families and everything. And good luck to them.
Richard's vehicle, and Triple Carol and Sylvia. This is the boys taking light construction material. I think they have small cement mixers and stuff for construction industry. Help people rebuild their homes devastated by Israeli bombs from American supplied F-16 bombers. Everybody just lining up on their different numbers at van A2. There's 17 volunteers on the convoy, and I think there are 11 trucks, and we're waiting another 4 to come from Bradford. They're going to meet us in Belgium today. Just had a wee fright 5 minutes ago, couldn't find my passport, and I thought we were going to be in Belgium in 2 hours. Brother Faisal, hey!
Ever since he was a kid, he'd get arrested. Though he was never charged with any crime. Spending half his life in prison, a life lived like so many of his friends. Arbitrary and indefinite detention, never knowing if your jail time would end. Father Adnan was arrested last December. Again, he wasn't told the reason why. He was shackled, he was beaten, he was tortured. There beneath the Middle Eastern sky, perhaps there was a moment when he realized that right then, with his body he'd say no. But from then on he refused to eat another meal. like in Belfast not many years ago. Grew up in a war zone, but all the tanks and planes were only on one side. It was a type of war that they call occupation. Settlement removal fratricide. And anyone who talked about resistance, who thought they did not deserve to be a slave, would be looking down the barrel of a gun and often find themselves inside an early grave. Adnan loves his wife and children, and he likes to eat his daily bread. But in prison, he can't see his daughters or live life with the lady that he wed. So on behalf of all the children without fathers, he decided he had to strike a blow. He said, I will have dignity or death, like in Belfast not many years ago.
I was just going to say, this is what, day 4, Wednesday. We are in Charleroi in Belgium, and we're heading off about 11 to either Luxembourg or Germany. And I'm with Rahman from America. So I don't say anything, she's American. Go ahead, look, we met in VP5, didn't
Yes,
we?
we did.
And
Yeah.
the two of us are back in this convoy again. So what do you think are, what's your expectations are?
Well, it's a slightly different convoy from the last time. With a fraction of the size. I think we had around 60 people last time, and we're only at 18 now. So we're not a fraction of the size. It changes the dynamics significantly for the group. We're moving quite slow right now. We're only to Belgium after our 4th day traveling. But I think we should hopefully be picking up speed as soon as people from Bradford join us. But it's nice, we're going slow, but my fear is that we're going too slow now, that we're going to have to push it much harder when we get closer to the Middle East, which will be manageable, but of course it's going to be much more draining than we are right now. But it's a pretty good group. I have no complaints so far. Everyone's getting along really well, I think, and trying to make the best of the situation. Even though we're just taking it easy, we're all, I think, getting along pretty well. So no complaints on my side.
Well, here we are, Centre-Ville of Luxembourg, the war memorial to the 1914, 1918 fallen in the Great War. So we're with Bravo Group. That is a total of 3 vehicles. I'm Bravo 2, and this is my blue van as I pan around. Here's Bravo 1. Blue van you're about to see the bonnet off is Bravo 2. Zulu 2 is the control car that brings up the rear of the convoy. And Bravo 3 got himself lost about 15 minutes, which is easy enough to do in a strange city when you're caught at traffic lights and you're trying to catch up with people. So I'll maybe go and have a quick wee chat with him about his experience. We'll do. You're on celluloid. What's happening?
Just trying to get hold of Alpha 5 at the moment.
Right, okay. He's well lost somewhere.
Yeah,
He's panicking too.
Somebody else is on our radio.
I heard that.
Interfering quite a lot.
And then when people talk over each other, when I was trying to get to you and Zulu 1 was trying to get the Alpha 5 and stuff. Yeah. Give us, have you got 2 minutes just while we're here to talk about your participation in the convoy? It's your first convoy, so what do you think so far? It's only day 5, is it?
Day 4?
Day 4?
Day
Saturday,
4,
Sunday,
yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday?
Yes.
Oh, that's right, the convoy didn't need a Sunday. Yes, go ahead, day 4 in a convoy. And we're lost in Luxembourg.
Lost in Luxembourg.
That's impossible.
It's great.
It's too small to get lost in.
But I mean, Google Maps.
Yes, excellent.
I would recommend Google Maps to anybody. You can find your way around any city with Google Maps.
Yes.
I'm sure I could find my way around Palestine with Google Maps as well. You know? Yeah, I mean, it's been great. It's been great. I mean, when you do get lost, it's quite exciting because you don't know what to expect. You know? when I went down the tunnel, I don't know how long that tunnel was going to last. But I ended up only about a kilometre away from you guys, and I actually heard you saying something about Bibliothèque Nationale.
Yeah, it's overworked.
Typed that into Google, found it straight away. You know, so I thought, that's the start, you know.
Right. Do an interview and kill 2 cameras with 1 stone.
Line up.
Jeez.
Yep, get the guy here, the main money here.
Doing approximately 11 miles per hour. Not 100% sure what the hold up is, but Faisal in the van behind me is playing some Indian music. And whatever way he has it set up, I can pick it up on my radio on 98 FM. So I've been listening to David Owick's and the Wolf Tones, Tommy Sands, Christy Moore. Just something different. You just see this traffic's a bit of a standstill here, and it's down into 1 lane. So I don't know. I talked about a 5 or 6 hour drive today. It looks more like it's going to be 9 or 10. So Yusuf, this is Viva Palestina 6, and I believe you've been on all the convoys so far.
Yeah, I've been on all the convoys so far. I've only missed the one that went from Turkey on the ship.
Right, that was the Mavi Marmara, yes. So you've been on all the land convoys.
Yes, I've been on the land convoys.
So what are you driving and what are you bringing to Gaza?
I'm driving a 7.5 tonne truck. It's full equipped with medical aid, children's toys, medication, a dental chair, sweets, food in the truck.
Yes. So you have a 7.5 tonne truck, but did I hear wee whisper there's over 9.5 tons worth of weight going on that back axle?
Yeah, it's a bit overweight. It's a bit overweight. It's only 7.5 tonne, but it's got 9.5 tonne in.
So why have you overfilled the van?
The reason that I took the risk of taking all the stuff is because people are giving it with a good intention, and you don't like to refuse them. And some of the stuff that were giving me was very good stuff. I couldn't refuse it.
Yes.
So I thought I'd rather risk taking it and give them a peace of mind.
Yes, well if you've an extra 2 tonne in your vehicle, it's like having another 2 of our Ford Transit vans, or 4 Ford Transit vans on the road. I think they only take half a tonne each, filled with the stuff. So, I know I've noticed the humanity among the brothers. I've seen it's very, very, very strong. Do you know approximately how much money you would have raised between, I think your vans are worth maybe £10,000 plus the aid, plus you've done 5 trips in total. Have you any idea how much money you personally have helped raise with the people from Birmingham?
Well, the
Bradford?
organisation that we work with, in the last 4 years, we've raised about nearly £350,000.
250? 350,000 pounds in 4 years?
4 years going.
That's amazing. Palestina 6, you've been on several convoys before?
Yeah, I was on Viva 1, the first one, and took a fire engine in with 2 other people. Unfortunately, the Egyptians didn't let it in when it got to Rafah, because it was like the emblem of the convoy, and they just had to make their point that they were going to stop something going through. But I sneaked in on another car, so I actually got into Gaza. And I was on Viva 3, which went virtually the route we're doing now, down to Aqaba. But then on Viva 3, the Egyptians again decided that we couldn't cross over from Aqaba to Nuweiba, and they sent us all the way back to Latakia, and then we got a boat and went in that way, obviously through El Arish and then Rafah. And the last one I went on was called the Road to Hope, and that all the aid got in, but I was refused entry into Egypt. But I did test them. A friend of mine on the convoy as well, and we decided to fly out of Libya into Cairo. I was let straight through customs, and poor Laura, the person with me, was imprisoned in the airport buildings and deported the next day. And then this one came up, and of course I know Amo on the 2 that I've done with Viva very well, and got full trust in the man. And he rang me up and said, would I be prepared to put some money down and to drive? And I said, yeah, let's go ahead. And that's why I'm here now with you.
We don't know
when we get into Eastern Europe, if we're going to get another bed. And the last 2 nights, I think, have been in campsites. The tent out for the first time last night, slept in the van the night before. Very stressful today, some very bad driving, not by me for a change, but some of the other people on the road. One guy driving a silver car just would not let me in. We're driving in a convoy, we have to stay behind the vehicle, so the vehicle in front of you overtakes, then you overtake. And this guy saw me trying to pull in. I indicated I was in front of him, and he sped up at short the distance and blurred the horn and gave me a rude gesture, you know. Bad crack, Rick. And then tonight, as we were coming in here about just over an hour ago, the van in front of me overtook a lorry, and I started to overtake. And I can drive, I know you've got to give the lorry a bit of space, a bit of time, indicate to let him know that you want to move in. I've been doing this for the last 6 days. I'm nearly going to swear there. Doing this for the last 6 days. I know how it's done. And he's an hour guy, just was having none of it. Blurred the horn, accelerated to close the gap to make sure I couldn't get in. Just fucking badness, like. So I just overtook our other convoy vehicle. He was in front of him, who had originally overtaken him, who I was originally following, and bailed in front of them, much to his dislike. I'm leaving him to it. This is just a wee break. See, all the Muslim brothers on this stop and pray about 3 times a day, you know. This is supposed to be a quick 5-minute stop, and then a half an hour stop at the next one further on up the road, so it's good. Alright, Baba G, come and say hello, brother.
How are you?
I'm good, yes.
Were you doing an interview yourself in there, is it?
Yeah. I'm doing a wee video diary every day. Stay with me for 2 seconds. Say something for the camera. I know you've been...
Well, actually, the main thing is that one at the moment. I won't say the word in there because I'm very tired at the moment.
Yes, okay. I know you're bringing up...
This, all the convoys, you know, the new people just joined it.
Yes.
But mashallah, all the crew is going okay so far, yeah, so good. There shouldn't be any problem in there, and inshallah what we had in there, all the aid, this is our duty to must go to the place they need it.
Yes.
And inshallah,
it's your duty as a Muslim and a brother and a humanitarian.
Inshallah, what we'll do, we'll reach in there, and we, inshallah, this is our duty, we'll fully support, we'll do it.
Yes.
You know, mashallah, so far so good, no problem at all.
Quite so long ago, last time that I saw you, played it funny how the memories grow. Seems they always fall around you. Tried to break you in a living hell, but they couldn't find a way, so they killed you in an H-block cell. Hoped all would turn away, but your spirit couldn't rise again. But you dared to prove them wrong, and in death you tore away the chains to help the world hear freedom's song. But the heartache and pain linger on. They're still here, but so long since you've gone. But we're stronger now, you've showed us how freedom's fight can be won.
Thank you.
So we're doing the viewpoints, let's give them one set of t-shirts.
Yeah.
Okay, right, well done everybody for keeping it together there, especially Zulu 2 and Alpha 5 and the rest of you guys that was squatting it. That was well done. We came through a major city there, quite a beautiful city, so that was, I say well done to everybody. This is what the plan now is. Tomorrow we've got not much to do. It's 75 miles. It's going to take us to the Romanian border. Now, I'm saying 75 miles. It's going to take us about 2 hours, right?
Yeah.
When we get to that border, we're going to stay the night there. So that will be, what day are we on? Saturday now?
Yes.
So Sunday, it's going to be, like you can say, a day off. Next day, 2 hours up the road we're going to go. Monday is where it's going to be a mammoth drive, alright? We're going to cut through Romania. And it's mountains, it's going to be difficult, it's going to be stressing, it's going to be hot. Absolutely beautiful scenery, but it's going to be an intense drive, right? So what I don't want to do is drive from here, drive 4 hours, enter Romania, and then stay at one of these, really airy, dodgy looking places, because it's not comfortable. The last time we did this, a couple of lads just stayed up. Most people stayed up and just guarding the vehicles, etc. So I don't want to put us guys in that position for our own safety. So what I'm happy to do is that now obviously we're staying here the night. People need to pitch a tent. Stay in your vehicles if you want. There'll be wash facilities in there. I'm sure you can use McDonald's for wash facilities. Sylvia pointed out, do not eat from there.
In a plaza. I'm here with Jemima and Fazil. Well, he didn't want to go, but we'll have a rest day tomorrow. So we're not leaving until 6 o'clock for the Romanian border. The people on the convoy have been to Pakistan before. They say Romania is quite a scary country, so I can only go by what they're saying. What we're going to do is, it's only 2 hours or so from Budapest to the Romanian border. We're going to camp there tomorrow night, and then there's a wee tram, a double bus there, and then really early on, that will be tomorrow Sunday, Monday morning, really early. We're gonna hammer it through Romania. We're not gonna stop.
We are in Bulgaria in a rather friendly restaurant. In the van, in the car park. This is day 10 of the video diary. We left Bucharest. We got into Bucharest this morning at about 3:30. So it was a 17.5-hour journey from where's the focus going? 17.5-hour journey from Budapest to Bucharest. I think we'll have a rest day. You'll have to have a rest day today. We were driving fucking 3:30 in the morning last night and 2 o'clock the night before, and you're getting 5 hours skip in a van, and you're heading off in the heat of the day. So I think we've got today and possibly tomorrow. So meeting at 2 o'clock. I know for a fact 1 or 2 people are still concerned, and rightly so, about Syria. But I've had this conversation in my head with other people. When I left Belfast, I was committed to follow the convoy through. So if the convoy is going through Syria, and the people are happy to go, I'm going with them. If there's a major rebellion, which I don't see happening, I see 1 or 2 people kind of revising their opinion. Seems that 1 or 2 people are deciding, they'll come all the way here to decide whether or not they're going to go into Syria, but it's a decision I made before I left home. So
just going over to the 2 boys having breakfast here. Zulu 2.
Did you have something to eat?
No, I'm just up, brother, this morning.
Okay,
so
soon as you were telling you, soon you go down to the kitchen.
Yes.
On your right hand side.
There's a little thing. There's a tea's already made in that big pot.
Tea is there.
Tea, okay.
And the
Everything is there.
wrapped up in a foil.
Nice one, nice one.
And, take some cups here. The cups are here. Just take it.
Grand.
The plate's there.
Okay. Do any of you 2 mind saying a few words on the camera just about the convoy and why you're here, or I'll ask you, Uncle. I'll come over to you first if that's all right. I know you were on Road to Hope.
Pardon?
You were on Road to Hope when you went through Libya, and this time we're going through Syria. Any particular? What's your views about the convoy and how it's gone and why you're going? And
the reason I'm going is because I feel that what's happening in Palestine is wrong. You see, by the Zionist regime, oppressed by them, and the people can't openly get trade with anybody, nothing. And they're really suffering. When you look at ourselves back in England, we got it so easy, and our families, everything, you know. So that's one reason I'm going. Other thing is, I'm going with the people, and I could do so many different things, you know, help them out in the way. But we believe as a Muslim, we believe in traveling with the people, earning some good deeds for hereafter. We believe in life after death, you see. And we should help anybody. It doesn't have to be a Muslim. It's our duty to help anybody, humanity, you know, and work with other people. And as you know, the situation in Syria, what's happening, but it shouldn't affect us, really, because we're not going to cause trouble with anybody, are we, really? All we're doing is humanity mission, and Viva Palestinian Arabia. We're going to Gaza just to help and take some medical aid and bits and bats of these vans and trucks that we take. We will leave them there. And what we do is fly from Cairo airport back to where we're from.
Okay, video diary for Monday. I think it's a 14th, 15th, 16th day on the journey. Caught a bit of sun today. I was a bit tired, as you can probably see in the face. Otherwise things are okay. We found somewhere to park tonight, so we're in another service station with a restaurant, and that'll be us till tomorrow morning. And then we have another member of the convoy. Then we are off to, we're near Adana now. It's only 20 kilometres down the road, so we're staying here tonight. Then we'll drive on to Atakia, which is on the Syrian border, tomorrow, and then we'll hang about there because we're not meant to cross over the border until Wednesday.
My name is John. I'll have your ear only one. I left my dear home in Ireland. It was death, starvation, and regicide. When I got to America, it was my duty to go. Enter the army and slog across Texas to join in the war against Mexico. And it was there in the pueblos and hills that I saw the mistake I had made. Part of a conquering army with the morals of a bayonet blade. And amidst all these poor dying Catholics screaming children, the burning stench of it all, myself and 200 Englishmen decided to rise to the call. From Dublin City to San Diego, we witnessed freedom denied. So we formed the St. Patrick Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side. We formed the St. Patrick Battalion, and we fought on the Mexican side.
Assalamu alaikum. Downtown Damascus.
You're on the eyeball of the convoy, Jonathan. You're on the eyeball of the convoy. Let me know when you take the right
This time round on the convoy we're taking some building equipment, we've got medical equipment, we've got gift boxes for the orphans, we're giving money to the Gazan people directly as well. So this time around our focus is mainly on the building materials going through the Rafah
We're here, I think it's a military hospital, I'm not sure, but there's probably about 15 or 20 people queuing up outside to get blood. But they kept this room for us, there's 4 chairs, and there's 4 of us going to get blood now, and it takes about 15 or 20 minutes. And once it's finished, then it'll be Faisal from Monies this time. Thumbs up.
Well, it feels normal, like taking a blood test. Apart from that, you know, I'm pleased with doing this. It's some not give anyway, some not come back.
And we're done. Hey, all the best, man. All the best. Well, how do you feel? I know it's not like you to give anything away. So how does it feel giving away a pint of blood to help the people injured in the bombing in Syria?
It feels good actually.
Glad to hear that.
Considering this is my first time and I didn't faint.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. Really. It's a good thing.
It's a good thing to do, isn't it? While we're here like this, doesn't cost us anything to support the people that have suffered.
I would do it again if I can.
Press conference in Damascus, capital of Syria. That's a good question. Where's Carl? I don't know where's Carl. She knows. Somebody should check her after Kate earlier on. Just come through the Jordanian border heading towards Amman, which is 100 kilometres. It's my first view of Jordan. Solidarity with all the Palestinian hunger strikers and all the young people here, because not only are the young people the future generation, but you have activists of very high calibre, very high quality, very passionate and very motivated, and it is an honour to sit with them while they fast alongside their brothers in Israeli jails.
بيتكلم عن نفسه، بيقول ان هو احد افراد الشعب الايرلندي الذي عانى من سنة 1920 من الانقسام ومن طغيان الحكم الانجليزي في ايرلند، فهو شعر انه وقفته مع هذا الشعب الفلسطيني الحر بنفس القضية اللي بيعاني منها في ايرلند في فلسطين، وبوجه كل الشكر وهو مفتخر انه يتضامن مع الشباب اللي قاعدين هم الان جالسين مع اخوانهم الفلسطينيين، فبيشعر زي مثلث متضامن كامل مع هذه المثل العليا وهذه القيم الطيبة اللي بنتكلم عليها.
Thank you very much. Everyone is
Frankly, this is like a common cause. You know what I mean? And this brings this support, you know. Solidarity.
Second day in Aqaba, which is a port city, and we are hoping to be given notice today or tomorrow that we can travel to Nuevo by ferry, roll on, roll off ferry in Egypt, and then because of convoy speeds, it's possibly a 10-hour journey minimum. I would imagine 10-hour journey through the Sinai down to Rafah, and eventually into Gaza, where negotiations are taking place so we can stay for 3 nights and 4 days.
Just give people a wee idea of the feel of the place, you know. Here are great shopping places, aren't they?
So say this is Thursday. We're still here. This is day 5 in Aqaba. The information we get changes daily. Initially the information was all the people on the convoy, all the aid and all the vehicles have been granted permission to enter Egypt, which is good because certain people have been banned before, not because of their Palestinian activity, just because at the whim of the Egyptian government, I suppose they said it's their country and they decide who gets in and who doesn't.
Aqaba in the car park, getting ready to go to the port where we are leaving the vehicles. Then we are going to the capital Amman by coach, where we paid 190 Jordanian dinars, it's about 170 pounds in sterling. We're going to fly from Amman to Al Arish and hopefully meet the vehicles tomorrow.
Yesterday afternoon we were told we were all go for Gaza. We were going to take the boats down to, we had actually 2 choices. We were originally told those people who are under time constraints to get back home to Britain and Ireland could fly over to Gaza, to Al Arish today, at 9 a.m. Sunday morning and actually be in Gaza for 12 o'clock. And those people who could afford the time to wait and accompany the vehicles in could drive in on Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday. So I elected to stay with the vehicles, that's why I came along. I'm driving a donated van, and while it would be much easier just to jump ship, no pun intended, and go with everybody into Gaza and be home for Wednesday, I volunteered to stay on. Half an hour later the situation changed. They said everyone is going to Amman by coach, everyone is going to fly to El Arish. The vehicles were going to go on the 1:30 a.m. ferry, and from that we were going to meet them in El Arish sometime late on Sunday or early Monday morning, and then we two would all drive in together into Gaza, which was like a win-win for everybody. When I could see it was a perfect ending to what's been a long, drawn-out 7 days. So we got the vehicles for 10:15, lined them all up in formation, ready to go. The cops didn't seem to be just 100% sure what was happening, refused to let us leave the car park. 10:15 turned into 11:15, 11:15, 12:15. That's when I thought, hello, we're not going to go. I don't know if you can hear those Jordanian helicopters in the background, just like Belfast back in the day. They're patrolling the sea between occupied Palestine, Israel and Jordan, because the town of Eliat is just across the Red Sea. You can see it from the hotel, you can see it from the beachfront. Thing to do. Pauline's been at home running the business. As I say, I mean, I put my heart and soul into this, as has everyone else. But I said in the meeting I would have been prepared to see it through. I had at least another fortnight on me to stay here before I really would have had to consider leaving. So I've done everything within my power to get to Gaza, to break the siege, to bring in medical aid, equipment, hope and solidarity to the people of Palestine. All I can say is I'll try again. So no apologies for what I've done. I've done the right thing. It's morally correct. No dissatisfaction with the way things go. Every convoy is different. Every convoy faces hurdles and obstacles and delays. The biggest kind of vote of solidarity that I can give, and I said this in the room, I said if the people in the room or outside of the room accept that Egypt has the right to dictate what type of aid gets in and out of Gaza and who gets in and out of Gaza, once we accept that, then Israel wins. So I'm refusing to accept that, and I told them that the only way to kind of not be defeated in this is to try again. And under those circumstances I said it's imperative Viva Palestina tries another land convoy, tries to break the siege, and I said put my name down number one on the list. So there's been issues in the convoy, there's been huge delays, been huge frustrations, a couple of crosswords, not too many. 4 to 5 weeks is a long time to be away from home and the people you care about. But I'm an activist, and I'm beginning to realise that this is what activists do. You don't accept defeat, you don't surrender, you come back and you knock on the door, you put the boxing gloves on and you try again. So my name will be first on the list for Viva Palestina 7, whatever guise that takes to break a siege. I'm not defeated, either the people in the convoy. Inshallah, next time.
the following morning. So we leave Amman like you know, Monday morning about 2 a.m. or 1 a.m. for the airport. Check yourself in at 4 a.m. and that's it. That's good timing. Okay.
Yeah,
I think that's good. I better book this in the thingy, haven't I? Print it out, my hidden number. Sorry?
You want to be rash, you would have waited.
We ain't gonna be moving now.
Tomorrow, what we do? Why, you know tomorrow? If you're going to Amman tomorrow, we can go to that. You can go there.
You go there. Plus, buy some Harveys. Spice up with it.
What we're going to do is put a little bit of water in the glass, just like that.
Yes.
Okay, and we get a piece of paper, we'll put it over the top of the glass.
Yes.
Alright?
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get rid of Neil's jackets too, I don't have that. No, don't worry about the Neil's jacket. Right, okay, so we've got that over the top of the glass. We'll turn the glass upside down, and we'll take the paper away. And now, we'll hold this over Kevin's head. Shall we?
Yay!
Yeah? We'll hold this over Kevin. Look over there. Alright, okay, now one thing you mustn't do, you mustn't count to 10 very slowly, because when you reach 10, all the water comes out. 1. Come on! 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Well, Richard, leaving Aqaba, you happy to go?
No, not really. But happy to be away from Aqaba, but sad flying home now. But as we know, all the aid's going to get in, so mission accomplished. Yeah.
Right. See you on the next one.
See you on the next. Yeah, definitely.
Babaji. I've done my blogs of people on the road. I've asked them what they thought about the journey. I've asked them about their expectations before and during the convoy. But you weren't on the convoy. You stayed behind. You kept the home fires burning, and you ran the business, and you allowed me to go. So how did you feel, and why did you support me on Viva Palestine 6?
Well, I'm going to defend you different going, and I support you in everything you do. I'm just glad to have you back, but I'm disappointed that you didn't get in. But if the opportunity arises again, go for it.
You're going to let me go again, are you?
Yes.
I think you like getting rid of me. I think you like the idea of me being away for 4, 5 or 6 weeks at a time. Were you worried at all when I was away? Obviously, it's a long time to be on the road, anything could happen. What were your worries or your concerns?
I was concerned whenever the trouble started in Syria.
Right.
But then I seen it on Facebook, you were giving blood.
Yeah.
So you were on the other side of it. But of course everyone has their worries.
And was it different this time compared to the last one? I had company the last time. I was away with 6 other Irish guys. Just for me, it was different this time. I was kind of
It was
on my
different
own.
for you. It was easier for me this time because the first time was harder. Second time was easier because I knew you were coming back.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know the first
Didn't
time,
know
nobody?
The first time what was happening.
Yeah, we didn't know if we would get in the first time. We
Yeah.
didn't know if anybody would be injured when they were there. And it was the same for me in the journey because I had a bit of experience, so I knew what was coming up and I was able to try and handle it a bit better. And maybe it was the same for you. There wasn't just quite as much
No, because you
insecurity.
understand where you're going, you understand the route you're taking, and
Yes,
what
yeah.
the risks are, but you know, it would all be safe.
And confidence in the people. So, what was the worst part of it then for you? Being on your own or running the business on your own or spending my money when I wasn't there? Or?
Spent your money, chicken. I've been on my own on the business.
Yeah.
That's the news.
Oh. Okay, love. So we're all set for VP7.
Where do you want me to go?